Welcome to MieMie Podcast. Glistening snow dust. Perhaps because in our youth we were carefree, stupid, infatuated with this person, in love with the other, so we missed love. Growing up, moss clinging to our youth, our hearts are more courageous, we learn to love but cannot keep up with people's footsteps. Extra language class ends at 9:45. I leisurely walked out of the school, mumbling the words I just learned as I walked. I sat at the bus stop, looking up and down, waiting for the last bus of the day at 10 o'clock. I am a good student for 2 years in a row, always at the top of the school, won a lot of prizes in exams, and most recently I won the top prize in a mathematical modeling contest. Everyone surrounded me, worshipping me like a god. In fact, no one knows, I am not happy that so many people admire me. Those glorious days passed quietly and dull to the point of boredom. I couldn't find anyone to share it with. Finally, that night, a speck of snow fell on my shirt. Cherry is an odd, careless, an equally intense girl. A charming smile, as beautiful as a newly bloomed flower. She doesn't like studying but likes to sing. The last bus was just me and Cherry. When I walked up I saw her sitting there, the last bench. For a shy person like me when standing in front of girls, I should have chosen a seat away from Cherry anyway. We are just strangers, but over here I go straight to the rows of Cherry seats listening to music. Then sit down naturally. Her hair was jet black, lightly curled and bouncy. If I could run my hand through her hair, it would be very warm. Cherry's coat was very sparkling. On the bodice, I don't know if they painted, embroidered or attached white flower clusters like snow dust. Her shirt is so sparkly that I have to squint every time I look at it. A minute after admiring Cherry's beauty, she turned to me, eyes wide. The sudden look made me unable to dodge, so I looked back at her in confusion, my hands clutching the English book on my lap. Cherry's lips curled up, she said with a smile. English books, I hate this subject so much, it gives me a headache. But do you want to hear it? Cherry held out an earphone. I took it, pressed it to my ear, listened to the tune. I don't know much about J-pop music, but I still know the song that Cherry is listening to called Snow Dust. From the movie that caused a fever in the online community recently, A Leader of Tears. Cherry's starry eyes smiled at me and asked. Or rather, I smiled wryly, nodding, wondering if my smile was as white as a sheet of paper. Cherry sat to my right. One hand she held on to the arm of the chair, the other hand she held the headphones to keep talking. The window was ajar, and the wind blew in, bringing the scent of her hair over my face. Unconsciously, I inhaled. This scent is so pleasant. Actually, I've noticed you for a long time, every night you sit over there, mumbling words. Cherry pointed to the empty chair by the left window. If I